Now you might have heard of AP Rein. You might have also seen Hammer Rein. And if you're a true Overwatch Stadium enthusiast, you have probably seen Heal Rein. But have you ever heard of Dive Rein? In this video, I'm going to show you a hybrid Rein build that will make you say, I am speed. Today's video will be a masterclass on Dive Hard, the ultimate Rein build meant to run down the backline. We are going to break down Rein's build round by round, diving into his playstyle and running an absolute clinic on the competition. So buckle up, Buttercup, grab a snack, subscribe, and let's bounce on it crazy style. Okay, now before we win the Indy 500 with the fastest tank build known to mankind, let's start at the beginning, the conception, the birth of the build. The original goal of this build was to make Rein go as fast as possible. And what I found is that he has speed buffs in every aspect of his kit, giving him constant and unending ways to go fast. If I were to simplify this build into caveman terms, this is how it would go. Fire Strike equals speed. Charge equals speed. Shield equals speed. Hammer equals speed and cooldown reduction, which turns into more speed.
Round 1.
Alright, for your round 1 power, you're gonna choose Vanguard. With Vanguard, your charge grants nearby allies overhealth equal to 10% of your max life and gives you 20% movement speed for 3 seconds. Vanguard is the perfect synergy between running down your opponents and sustaining your team, and gives you the perfect excuse to run down their backline while giving your allies overhealth, so that you can tell your team that you didn't do nothing for them. Vanguard has some cool tech in that the movement speed bonus starts at the start of charge, making your charge faster. This will interrupt specific timing and interactions with characters in the game. And if you cancel charge early, you keep the movement speed, which is a fantastic solution if you need to change directions from your charge to run down the opposition. If your enemy has too much CC, you're gonna go with Shield Stampede. Now I know all my Rein mains out there are dreading the day they have to face an Orisa, Cass, Mei on a team comp. It's totally buns. It's not optimal, and it might set the build back a little bit, but there's no point in putting an upgrade in an ability that you just can't use. For your green perks, we're going to stay in the theme of a hybrid build. The first one you're going to pick up is Compensator. Second's going to be Power Playbook. This is going to be the best balance between weapon damage and ability damage. And for your third item, you're going to pick up Heartbeat Sensor. This will give you 5% movement speed, and it'll reveal enemies that are below 30% life.
Round 2.
In round 2, assuming you did not have to pick up Shield Stampede in round 1, you're going to pick up Smashing. Smashing grants you stacking movement speed and weapon lifesteal each time you hit an enemy with your rocket hammer. Is going to be the second part of our 2 power combo to constantly give us speed uptime. In round 2, there are 2 main blue perks that you absolutely have to buy, and that is going to be Aftermarket Firing Pin and Iron Eyes. Both items will give you a 5% movement speed buff. Combine that with Heartbeat Sensor, and that is 15% movement speed. From here, you have a little bit of wiggle room to adjust the build to your preferences. I would personally recommend Crusader Hydraulics for that 10% damage mitigation where you have armor, because you have a lot of armor. I would also recommend speccing into attack speed. Wrist Wraps is one of my personal favorites, as a good fusion between attack speed and ability damage. But as a Stadium player, you should be able to adapt your build on the fly to make sure that you are countering the enemy as efficiently as possible. Our third power and our purple perks in the late game will have a bit more structure to it, but for now, knock yourself out. Or don't, stay alive and kick butt. And if you are absolutely rolling in the dough, if you are bouncing on it crazy style, and you have enough to buy a purple, the first purple you're going to want to buy is Booster Jets. This will grant you 20% attack speed, and when you use an ability, and that's any ability, you gain 10% movement speed for 2 seconds. Now you might ask, well, Bimpy, why don't you get Gloom Gauntlet? That ability is like made for Reinhardt. It's like the best ability in the game. Do not buy Gloom Gauntlet. Gloom Gauntlet is a horrible purple to stack. If you're going to greed Gloom Gauntlet, stack your blues. Now you might be like, Wyatt, the damage output is awesome. You can get that in blues. You might be like, well, oh my gosh, the sustainability, I want to heal. You can get that in blues. But Wyatt, the movement speed, think about the movement speed. You can get more of that in your blues. Everything that Gloom Gauntlet has to offer in one perk, you can buy more effectively in 3 blues. If you buy Gloom Gauntlet early, if you stack your purples with Gloom Gauntlet, you are a bad boy and you're getting no treats. That's right, I said it. No Gloom Gauntlet, bad boy. You're getting the belt.
Final round.
Hey, you abnormally attractive human being watching my video, I need you to do me a solid. I want you to comment down below an Overwatch Stadium build, but only doing it using emojis. Use your noggin, get creative, and maybe, just maybe, you'll see that build on my next video. And maybe subscribe. Alright, let's get back to the video. Mwah. It is now the final round. We have bought Vanguard, we have bought Smashing, and now we need another power. One perk that synergizes awesome with this build is Barrier Reconstruction. Because we're getting movement speed in every aspect of our kit at this point, being able to constantly upgrade your shield is a pretty awesome selection. For our late game perks, we are now going to pick the item. I know you guys have all been foaming at the mouth waiting to buy it. You've been wanting to be a good boy, you've been wanting the treats. Now we are going to get Gloom Gauntlet. So now when we hit someone with the hammer, we get movement speed. We wanted booster jets for the guaranteed movement speed, but now we have Gloom Gauntlet for the conditional movement speed as well. The next must-pick purple that you're going to buy is Dampener Grip. 15 ability power, 10% attack speed. When you deal damage with Rocket Hammer, reduce the cooldowns of your ability by 1 second. Before, your hammer had speed, your fire strikes had speed, and your charge had speed. But now, your hammer gives you even more speed by giving you more fire strikes, charges. Your last perk, should you choose to accept, should you be rolling in the dough and having the time of your life, is gonna be Wilhelm Wagon. I'm just gonna spell it on the screen. That's really hard for me to say. But while you have your shield up, you also get 30% more movement speed. With this Rein build, you will be constantly on the run. You will be mowing down your ops and bouncing on a crazy style, but what is the best comp to go against this awesome dive build? Right now, in this meta, I find it works amazing with Winstons. And obviously, the most optimal scenario for any dive tank is going to be minimal CC. You can have a Cass, you can have an Ana, you can have a Mei, but to have all 3 of those in an Orisa may not be the best matchup. Oh, yeah, and for your very last perk, pick whatever you want. Chef's choice. That's about all I got for you guys. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe. Love yourself. Do something nice for someone else. Give your mama a hug. And if she's dead, womp womp. And I'll see you on the next one. Toodles!